Hey guys, welcome back to Riding with Andrew. Today's video was originally going to be different than this one, but the weather didn't cooperate with me, so I decided to make a long-term review on my Cannondale Trail 5. Let's get started. Before I nitpick on the bike, let me tell you some good parts about it. For starters, the modern geometry allows the rider to push themselves to the limit. The 1x9 drivetrain offers simplicity in the cockpit, so you aren't worried about having to change other gears. The wide tires allow you to have confidence on sharp turns and big berms. I've had this bike a little over a year and it has held up through some pretty tough conditions. Now onto the nitpicking parts. For starters, the stock seat post is a bit high for the average rider, although that can be easily fixed by cutting it down or adding a dropper post, which is what I did. The second part that I don't like is that the bottom bracket is a little low, which can result in pedal strikes and bashing your chainring. This can be fixed by purchasing crank boot protectors and a bash guard. I'll leave the links to those in the description. The more I ride this bike, the more I keep liking it. It handles really well on tough trails, and I've taken it all the way up to Black Diamonds. That may not sound like much, but remember, this is an entry-level hardtail. The third part I will be talking about in this review is what upgrades you should add. I know this isn't supposed to be in a review, but I'll show you why I added it in. To begin with, the stock reflector pedals aren't exactly the best. They don't have much grip, and they don't perform the way you would want. For that reason, I bought these Raceface Chesters pedals. They're light and extremely grippy. I'll leave the link to these in the description. The second upgrade I would go with is a dropper post. It may seem like a lot of money for no reason, but once you buy one, you will never want to go back. I'll leave the link to mine in the description. The last upgrade is another contact part, the grips. The stock grips on this bike aren't lock-ons, so that can be a pain when you're riding in wet conditions. I went with these 50/50 lock-on grips. The link will also be in the description. The final part I'm going to be reviewing is how much maintenance it requires. For starters, I've had to adjust limit screws and purchase new derailleur hangers nearly every month because of my hard riding. Although I have done many adjustments, my derailleur still performs extremely well even with everything I've put it through. The only other parts I've had to get fixed in the shop is my hubs. My hubs come loose quite often for some reason. It's most likely a mix of really hard riding and all the endos I like to do. All in all, I think the bike is a really good choice for an entry-level rider. I've even raced with it a few times and can say that my placement was up to my skill level, not the bike. I would give this bike 7.5 stars out of 10. It handles really well, but other parts can hold you back maintenance-wise if you don't know what you're doing. It's a really solid bike for what you pay for. The price for this bike is $1,000 US, but remember, this is the 2019 model, which was back when life was good, so the price maybe has changed depending on where you live. Thanks for watching today, and be sure to subscribe so you never miss out on content like this.